Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to answer questions and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope that it helps to get to know me a little bit better. I've received many questions, so let's start. The first question: have you visited any Arab countries before? If not, do you plan to? Yes, I visited Egypt before and I really loved it. It was really amazing and I hope to visit more Arab countries very soon. Why you interested on learning Arabic and Muslim world? I'm interested in learning Arabic because it is a very interesting language and there are many people who speak Arabic even in the Netherlands, and it has a lot of history as well. And why I'm interested in the Muslim world is also because I heard a lot about it. It's the fastest growing religion in the world, so I was curious to learn more about it and I found it really interesting. Do you think Islam is terrorism? No, I don't think Islam is terrorism, especially since I'm learning more about Islam, and it's also not allowed in Islam, so they are not handling out of religion. I don't know why they are doing it and why they keep showing us this kind of things on the television all the time, but I know that Islam is not terrorism. What attracts you the most about Islam? What attracts me the most? I love that all the Muslims are like one big family, and I love that everyone is equal. Rich people are not better than poor people. It's all about the deeds, if you are doing good deeds in your life, and that's something really beautiful. And I love also that Islam encourages everybody to learn, to study. That's something really valuable as well, that we understand more about life and that we understand more about everything that Allah created. And there is of course a lot of science also in the Quran, and I found it really interesting as well. And Islam strongly asks Muslims to treat animals well, with consideration and respect, and to not abuse them. And another thing, what is actually very important, it's one of the 5 pillars in Islam, is to give charity, to help others, to help the poor people. I think that is very beautiful and very valuable. Yeah, I think that are the things that attracts me the most in Islam. How did you learn to speak Arabic? Well, I'm still in the beginning, so I don't speak Arabic very well yet. I just learned some basic things. But how I learned that is on YouTube, to be honest. I just watched a lot of YouTube videos where they are teaching people Arabic. How happy are you now? I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm feeling very good. But it was not always like this. I've dealt with depression and with a lot of anxiety, but I try to hold on to everything I've learned lately, and the Islam helped me as well. It made me feel more calm, and it makes me understand that I cannot control everything in my life. I can just do my best to be a good person, and the rest is not in my hands. How is reading into Islam going, and have you finished reading the Quran? Yes, one of the first things that I did when I wanted to learn more about Islam was reading the Quran. So I bought the Quran in Dutch and I finished the Quran completely. And after that I had a lot of questions, so I did more research into the religion. And now I have a little bit more knowledge, so now I'm reading the Quran for the second time. And until now I remember 2 surahs and the Ayat al-Kursi. Hi, how is the weather there? As you might know, I'm living in the Netherlands, so the weather is cold, especially now in the winter, and in the nights it's freezing sometimes. Are you Italian? No, I'm not Italian, but I speak Italian because I've lived for more than 1 year in Italy, and it was my dream to live in Italy, so I did that, and I went to Sicily and I've learned the language there as well. And I've also lived in Florence for some period, but I went back to Sicily because I like Sicily more. It's very different than the rest of Italy because of the mixed culture, and it's actually also influenced a lot by the Arab culture. And I saw some things from Sicily back in what I'm learning now about the Arab culture, so that's very nice. You from? I'm from the Netherlands, I'm Dutch. What do you think about Islam? Is it harmful? I don't think that Islam is harmful. I've learned quite a lot about Islam lately, so yeah, it's not harmful, and I think it's very interesting. Do you want to visit Morocco? Yes, I would love to visit Morocco. I hope very soon, when I can travel again, that I will be able to visit Morocco. A dream or goal you are chasing to make it inshallah true? My dream, that's a very nice question. To start my own business so that I am independent and that I can help other people who are in need of help, the people who are less wealthy, like the refugees, for example. And I hope that I can help animals that are in need of help as well, because I really love animals and there is a lot going on in this world and I can't stand injustice. So I wish to make the world a little bit better as far as I can. And for myself, I just would love to have my own home in the future, a small home where I can take care of animals. That would make me really happy. Can you tell me how I can create videos on YouTube? Well, actually I just started, so I have not a lot of experience. What helped for me is that I started on TikTok first, and that helped me to get used to work with the camera, because in the beginning it's always strange to see and to hear yourself, and I had a lot of camera fear. And the videos are very short, so it's more easy than to make YouTube videos. But if you have a great idea, don't worry too much about it and just start, just go for it. And I wish you good luck. Oh, the next question is in Dutch. Wat vind je van Arabische mensen? So, what do you think of Arab people? I think Arab people are very generous. They love to share what they have with others, and their family is very important for them, and they are open-minded, and they are great cooks. I really love Arabic food. When did you first know about Islam? That's a very good question, because I was very young when I first heard about Islam. I don't remember when it was exactly, but I was very young. So I heard about it, but I didn't understand it in that time. And I grew up in a period where there was a lot of negative news about Islam on the television. They always spoke about Islam and terrorism. And when I heard something that has to do with Islam, it made me feel in a certain way which was not good. And I feel really ashamed about that now, because I was so influenced. But I was curious about it, so I've done more research into the religion, and since I learned more, I saw that a lot what I thought was not true. So at the end it was a great lesson for me, because I have learned that I should not have just an opinion about something I don't understand anything about. You must always draw your own conclusion by doing your own research and learning, and not just follow others in their opinion, or not just believe everything that others are saying. What is the Arabian tradition you liked the most? Oh, there are many traditions that I like, but the one that I like the most is probably that they are always making others feel welcome. They are always very generous, and I love that they are very conscious about meanings behind names. And another thing what has to do with names, another very nice Arabian tradition, is that the fathers are called to their son's name. So for example, Abu, and then the name of their children. And I really love that. That shows also how important the relationship is with their family, and I think it makes the relationship in the family also more close. And another tradition, I never heard about it before, and I never saw that in the Netherlands also, is during Ramadan, or when someone is new in the neighborhood, the neighbor brings their own plate with something nice to eat on it, with some sweets or some nice dish that they made, and they bring it on purpose on their own plate, so that the neighbor has to bring the plate back to them. But the neighbor, they don't bring it back empty, but they bring it back with something they made it at home. So they are sharing food with each other. And I think a lot of friendships have been grown out of this tradition as well, because you have something to talk about, and yes, it's very nice. What is the song you listened to the most recently? To be honest, I don't really listen to music a lot. The only time that I'm listening to music actually is when I'm watching TikTok, or when I'm creating a TikTok video and I like to use a background music, for example. So I don't really play a lot of music. Have you already taken your Shahada? No, I didn't take my Shahada yet, and that's because I am someone who likes to research a lot before I'm making actually a choice, so that my choice is really well founded. And I don't say that that is the best way, because I know that I'm also someone who overthinks a lot. It's still new for me, and I'm still learning, and I have to get used to it as well, and the people around me. So the time was not there yet for me to take my Shahada. What's your favorite language and what you want to learn? My favorite language is Italian and Arabic. Italian because I always wanted to learn Italian, and I finally did it, so now I can speak Italian, and I think it is a very beautiful language. It sounds really nice, it sounds really beautiful. And Arabic, that's actually also the next question. What do you want to learn? Arabic because I am still learning Arabic. What kind of change do you want to be in the world? That's a good question. It is actually a little bit the same answer as the last question about a dream or goal that I want to make true. The change in the world is that I hope to make the world a little bit better as far as I can, to help other people and to help animals. And yes, I think that's the most valuable thing that I can do. Did you visit Palestine? If not, when you gonna do it? I didn't visit Palestine, unfortunately. I would love to visit Palestine very soon. I really hope I can do that, but I don't know when, because as you know, in this period it is difficult to travel, and also my personal situation, it's not perfect to travel right now, but I'm working on it, and I'm doing all of my best to travel as soon as possible. Oh, I see that is the last question already. So thank you very much for sending me all these questions. So that was it already. I hope that you liked the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, but not if you didn't like it. And if you have any other questions that I didn't answer yet, please let me know, because maybe I can make a part 2 for Q&A videos. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss my next video. See you soon. Bye bye.